going on to you Virgos out here? So, you have the Hermit, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Moon, which represents, the Hermit represents Virgos, right? So you did show up in your own reading. So there's a lot of good luck in this. There's a sense of you Virgos being loners, choosing to do a lot of things by yourself. Not saying that you can't communicate with other people, and it doesn't mean that you can't socialize with other people, but the Hermit also represents that you're doing great, but not to get discouraged. There's you know, there's always some people, that can be around, Virgos trying to discourage you. I get people all the time trying to get me to delete my YouTube channel. And it's like, they ain't even understand that the reason why it is that I deleted my YouTube channels in the past was because I didn't understand how YouTube worked. But they're trying to, they're trying desperately to, delete you. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? So, I don't listen to them. And this is what the Hermit is about. Don't listen to what it is that they have to say. You know what I mean? Don't listen. Because why do they care so much in the first place? That's the catch-22. That's the $64 million question. Why do they care so much? I'm serious. Why do they care so much about that? Why do they care? Why have they put that type of responsibility on themselves to deem themselves your creator, the person that can tell you what to do, and they put such a burden on themselves, especially when they have their own life to fix, right? They're going to tell you Virgos what to do. The Eight of Pentacles and the Moon, again, ignore them. It's not even about ignoring them. Stop caring about what they have to say. Stop caring about what it is that they have to say. And do you. You Virgos gotta essentially do what's right for you. The Moon, if you have to excommunicate yourself from some people, then do just that. This could even be, so-called friends that, frenemies, right? Sometimes they throw little jabs at you and stuff like this, little jabs. They start to give you a hard time, you know what I mean? For no reason or no justifiable reason. Yeah, you got to stay away from them when they start doing that, because those people don't mean you any good. They only like you under the condition that you stay with them. The Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands is about how there's also some people who feel entitled to you, right? Some of those people, because part of it is they do feel entitled to you. But it's like, once again, how come they didn't have the mentality that they want to keep you around long term? How come they didn't approach you with this, right? Like, how come, you know what I mean? It's the fact that a person will do everything in the world other than be what it is that you Virgos want, so that you can be in a relationship with them. You know what I mean? It's the worst thing in the world. They will do everything other than what it is that you Virgos want them to do. So you Virgos may want them to be in a loving relationship with you and do what a significant other is supposed to do, which is to be in a relationship with you, right? A healthy one. Progress, right? Do better for yourself. Do stuff for them. You do stuff for them. That right? They do stuff for you. But, they seem to have this hard-headed approach where it's like, oh, I'm not going to do any of that. And they think that is what's supposed to work, right? Like, can't explain to y'all how many times people thought that same stuff about me, that's supposed to work. Like I'm supposed to actually want to be around this. But again, it's that sense of entitlement. But how did they think that this sense of entitlement was specifically going to work? How did they think that that was going to work? And then the thing is that the Ten of Cups is about how, so, the Six of Wands, it wasn't going to work. But to them, they thought that it's maybe something that could have worked. And it didn't. It doesn't. You Virgos always decide to leave these people alone because they don't ever actually show you anything that you really want, like I said before. So there's definitely a sense of you Virgos being very much so striking out on your own, doing your own thing, not listening to what other people have to say, not even necessarily caring about other people's approval. And they either get with it or they don't get with it, and it's fair. But at the same time, you don't care because it's not their journey that you have to live. It's your own, right? It's your own journey that you have to live. So as a result of that, you Virgos are going to do what you got to do, and you should do what you got to do. The Eight of Cups is about, this is your spiritual journey, right? And this is you Virgos' spiritual journey about learning how to separate yourself from the societal norms and simplifying your own life, right? This is why it is I be talking about why it is that I don't care about social cues, and I don't care about if I offend people. And the only reason why it is that I care if I offend people, or the only time I should say, is because is when I truly have done something wrong and I realize it. Other than that, I don't care, right? If I rub people the wrong way and it's not even really important at the end of the day, I don't really care, because like human beings have a tendency to dramatize, right? Put some sort of dramatization on everything, basically. Like in order, they can't just be in a relationship with somebody that is a good match for them. No, they have to. They so caught up with the ego, right? They're so caught up with trying to climb the social hierarchy, trying to impress other people. You know what I mean? It's like, why do you care so much about impressing other people? Why is that so important to you? Why is this public perception so important to you? Because at the end of the day, everybody has their own life to live. You think that they're at their job and everything, like that. You think that they care about you in that sense? Or do you think that they're working? So, but a lot of people think like this. So it ends up being an environment like this. Even though the more important thing is the job, if enough people think like this, like, I wonder what such and such is doing, is the kind of environment you have. So the Eight of Cups represents the need to simplify your life, to make sense of your life. And you Virgos are doing that successfully. The Four of Swords and the Devil for you is about how, and the Four of Swords represents you Virgos putting aside, relationships to a certain extent. A lot of you Virgos are doing what Pisces did, your opposite zodiac sign, which is getting more in touch with the divine. And that, the temptation, so to speak, is for you Virgos to still be as desirous as you used to, right? Because there's a side to us Virgos where, we want a significant other. We like the cardinal natures of relationships, right? We could, us as Virgos, we could be a freak, right? We but at the same time, us as Virgos, we're learning how to put that aside because of said results. And so it's now a situation where now that that overall desire is not as important to us. What is important to us is and this is part of the reason why we end up being virgins, right? The etymology, right? The actual essence of what it is, the original meaning of it, right? And before all that other crap got put on top of it, is us not being attached to our own desires, right? Because there's times where us as Virgos, we not even looking, right? It just, you know, sometimes people can get on our bad side and really turn us off from dating completely. And sometimes, when we get turned off from dating or turned off from wanting to accept people, us as Virgos, we can literally just become celibate, and sometimes we don't have to be celibate. But the point is, regardless of whether we are celibate or not is irrelevant. Where it is that we are in our lives, we don't want the relationship attached. We don't want to get into a relationship. We don't want that type of stuff. So as a result of that, right, like I was talking about, as a result, it doesn't matter if we get ourselves into a friends with bennies, right, friends with benefits, or if it's a situation where us as Virgos just flat out don't want to engage in that romantic sense with anybody. We could be mercurial. Like I said, like we rule by Mercury. So it really depends on where it is that we are in our life. But people think of us like property sometimes, so much to the point where we are and where we can be in our lives romantically, that is, they can turn us off from relationships just in general, where we don't want a relationship. We don't want a relationship, potentially ever. Some Virgos literally decide not to be in relationships forever, right, for the rest of their life. At least not here. And the Three of Pentacles and the Magician, right, represents how, people really got to start learning how to respect us, because, the Magician is also Virgo. You just got to learn how to see things clearly. What is it that you really want? So this is part of the reason why it is that you Virgos are in that space in your life in the first place, where you're not really accepting of any kind of relationships. Some of you Virgos may be only wanting to have friends with benefits, but obviously short term, not anything lasting long. Because part of the reason why it is that us as Virgos want friends with benefits sometimes is because I'm gonna just keep it 100. We don't want some entitled individual to try to lock us down into a relationship, because you know what I'm saying, because so many people want to control us and tell us what to do. We don't get anything that we want in said relationship prior to, and here we are, trying to make it work, and the person is doing all this other type of, got into a relationship. I remember I got into a relationship with a single mom. I didn't get anything I want. And I'm sitting over here and I'm like, what is the point of me being in a relationship with you? You like, what is the point of this exactly? Like, what is the point of this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't call me, you don't do any of that stuff. You just expect me to call you? Like, what is this exactly? And the person couldn't give me an answer. And I told the person, I was like, this is the reason why it is that I didn't want to be in a relationship with you in the first place. Like, you making it seem like I'm doing you wrong, I'm doing you dirty. And again, you kept chasing after me. And I told this person, I said, this is literally why I would tell you no. This is why I told you no a couple of times. I told the person, I was like, because this is 2015, right, or around that time. I told the person, I was like, the reason why it is that I told you no is because you didn't actually, you're a walking issue. You know, like you don't sound like you are actually ready to be in a relationship like that. So and I'm not trying, and the thing about it is that for me to be in a relationship with you, I would literally have to ignore the fact that I see it for the fact that you're not ready to be in a relationship, you're not ready to move forward. And I would be doing what? I would be what to you? A placeholder, adding more damage to the collection plate. Why would I do that? In good faith, why would I feel good about myself knowing that I'm doing somebody wrong and making them worse off worse off than I would if I would have just kept it a buck with you, kept it 100 with you, and told you, no, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. And from when I told that person that, I never heard from that person again. But my thing about it is I wasn't getting anything that I wanted in the relationship. But the person wanted to tell me, oh, we a package deal. I would tell the person, listen, I don't care about the package deal. I was like, because I don't want this. Remember? Like, I didn't want, again, like you trying to force something that just doesn't work, that I warned you about from the very beginning. Like, you're making it seem like this is something that I'm trying to put on you, I'm trying to force you into, and you don't seem to understand that I didn't want to be in a relationship with you in the first place, and I told you why. and you just kept trying to go after me, and I'm just telling you like it is, that this isn't something that I want, and why I don't want it. Because you're not ready to move on. You're not ready. The child's father is still alive. Still alive. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot. You still have an emotional attachment to him. And I see that, and I'm cool with that. And you need to essentially learn to work it out with him, or don't, or whatever the case may be. Like, you know, you need to stop taking it personally. You need to get over this. You understand what I'm saying? Especially since I could be taking advantage of the situation and trying a way to play you by making it hard, by making myself hard to get, right? And all of this other type of stuff. And I could be the type of person that could be having you doing your own baby wrong, because there are guys who have tried this stuff with single moms, but I'm not that type of person, and I'm just being transparent with you, and you won't let me be transparent with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get down with those type of relationships. So let's clarify the devil part. I don't get down in those types of relationships. It's like, why is it that you won't let me do right by you, especially, the Five of Swords, Queen of Swords, the Star card, the Hermit, and then you have the Knight of Cups to clarify the Devil card. The Five of Swords and the Queen of Swords is about how, yes, especially since you Virgos felt so rejected by so many people, rejected by society, rejected for, you know what I mean? They'll bash you and all types of stuff. And the thing is that the Star card, the Hermit, and the Knight of Cups, what you Virgos want is spirituality, and you Virgos want joy. You want to maintain that internal peace. And what other people want is to find somebody like you. But then when they get you, how come they don't know how to treat you right? So that's the catch-22 in the whole thing for them, right? It's this dance of, well, they want you only up until they get you. Then when they get you, now it's like they have to, they start acting like they don't have common sense. But that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 25,000. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel, to 100,000. Once I get it to 100,000, and my views really start blowing up and stuff like this, I can afford to slow down a little bit on making 6 videos and go from 6 to about 4. You know what I mean? Hopefully, because that's what it is that I want. because making 6 videos isn't the easiest thing in the world to do all the time. And not only that too, but also, you know, just to have my numbers up. It should be easier to have my numbers up with that many people watching my videos. You know, that way I can get a chance to be more rested. I can, you know, relax a little bit more. I can have a little bit more time, a little bit more time for my own life and stuff like this. Not that I don't have time for my life now, but a little bit more time for my own life. Have to work less when it comes to, you know, putting up good numbers and everything like that. And, you know, again, I have a strong foundation. But for right now, like I said, I got to keep working, right? Got 15,200 and change. So smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.